All I know is that I know nothing. I grew up believing that when I turned 20, I would have it all figured out. Everything would just click and I would know exactly who I am, what I want to be, and how my future will look like. But I was so naive. If there is one thing that is certain, it is that everything is always changing. The parental figures in my life had always taught me to know. I had to know and I had to make a decision. And that decision could affect my entire life. And what did that do to me? It just made me a perfectionist and a procrastinator. The pressure was too much. I became so afraid of the unknown. But growing older, I realized I need to make mistakes because mistakes are how we learn. Hardships only makes us more resilient. The ups and downs are all part of the human experience. We shouldn't be judging others for making quote-unquote poor life decisions. We shouldn't be comparing ourselves to others as well, because no one knows what they are doing and no one has it all figured out. And maybe we are just here on this small earth with this one lifetime to just live and be here for a while. And we might as well make the best of it. So in this video, I interview all of my friends who are now 20/older to get their thoughts on how it feels like to enter adulthood and live it for a while. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23, okay.
Almost 24.
20. I'm almost 21.
I'm 20. I am 23.
Has anything changed since turning 20?
I feel like turning 20 and then like the years after that, it's very much of grounding your identity, finding who you are and what you actually like and want in life.
I would say my stress levels. I'm getting to the age where they're like, I need to make bigger moves professionally.
What changed was when I was 20, COVID was happening, all these things were happening. And so I wasn't having like the time of my life because everything was shut down. So then either way, the perception that people had of me at that time was kind of like off. It was like people like thought of me as a child regardless of having turned 20. You hit 20 and then it's like everybody's expecting you to do what you have to do.
Ever since I was young, but I'm still young. So I've always been aware of what will be expected of me from society. I guess that's something that has changed. I see life as a competition and a game.
You start thinking more about yourself, I believe, instead of like, oh, what do others want? What do others want of me? Or, well, at least in my case.
My favorite thing that I learned, I don't know if I want to do this or I just want to make other people feel happy. You are not responsible for other people's happiness.
I found myself because back then I let other people's opinions and wants and needs rule how my life looked like.
What would you say is the best lesson you've learned since you've turned 20?
You're gonna go through phases, eras, and it's okay to live more than one life during your lifetime. When you're 20, you just turned 20 and you're living that 20-year-old life. Then you turn 21 and you're living that life. And sometimes you look at other people's, your friends, sometimes you say, oh, well, my life isn't exactly like theirs. They're going through a completely different phase. But the thing is, like, you can't let that affect you. You have to go at your own pace. And I've worked through that because since I'm 23 and I'm barely graduating with my associates, I'm barely like doing it. It takes a toll on your mental health when you start seeing everybody else like already with their families. It messes you up, especially if you're not prepared for having expected your life to go the way that it has.
Honestly, I don't know why society is putting such a big social clock on us. You have to do this when you turn 20. You have to graduate when you're 21. You have to have a family by 25. Like,
I feel that at this point, who cares? Like I said, you go through your eras. Other people don't go through that exact same like era until they're 30. A lot of people don't get that like click of reality until they're in their 30s, in their 40s. Sometimes like they don't even get it. They live their life the best they can and you just have to do whatever you can, live the best of your life.
that is such an important message to, like, honestly everyone here watching, because seriously though, like, why are we letting people control what we have to do at this certain age? Age should not even be
thing.
Yeah, think.
My favorite thing is that it's everybody's first time living, which I've always been very mindful of people and like cared and stuff. Whenever I saw that, it clicked. I was like, it made me be aware of that, I think. But oh, it's a wasp.
I can't.
It's okay. It's its first time living.
Okay, we're good. I can't believe you just applied your lesson.
That you can't keep someone in your life no matter how hard you try. Whoever is meant to be in your life will stay in your life regardless, and whoever's not is going to leave no matter what you do, no matter how much you lose of yourself. They're going to leave.
Another thing I think about a lot that I've like realized is that like nothing is forever. Like if like something bad is going on, you're like nothing is forever. The things that are good will stick around.
And also that if you want something, you have to go and get it. You can have the many sources in your life in order to succeed, but you won't succeed until you do the first fucking step. Because if you don't, you're just going to be laying in the bed, crying your eyes out, feeling pity for yourself, and it's never going to get better until you get up and say like, enough is enough. I have to do something for me.
No one's gonna like tell you to go to the gym, force you to go to the gym, force you to like do your homework, force you to go get an education. You have to want it for yourself, and you have to take the action to go and do it.
You have more control of your life. You can literally dictate how things go for you. It's all about mindset, and it's all about discipline, and it's hard. You're so accustomed to doing the fast and easy things. That's something I've been learning because I've been struggling a lot with school because I'm talking about math. It's so hard.
Do you think you're a perfectionist?
Absolutely. I had huge expectations for myself, and I had to do everything in a perfect manner, or I would like go down a really dark hole. It's necessary sometimes, because if you're so accustomed to not doing the best you can to perfect something, how are you going to keep on learning?
I think what you're doing right now is good, and it probably is necessary. You do have to understand that you shouldn't always be comfortable, because then you're not learning, you're not growing. Growing is hard, and growing is uncomfortable, and growing is scary. What advice would you give to people turning 20?
Have fun. Just live your life. Obviously, don't just do whatever you want. Have fun with it. Don't stress. Nothing is forever.
And this is everyone's first time living.
It's everyone's first time.
Listen to your gut, because it's usually always right. But also learn how to differentiate between your gut and anxiety, because they can both feel the same way, especially like physically, like in your gut, like in your stomach. But once you figure out what your gut feeling is, follow it, listen to it, have like body awareness, like, you know, be in harmony with your emotional and mental state, that you know yourself well, and that way you can take the steps in your life to like level yourself up and get the life that you want and you deserve.
I would say give yourself some grace, because not everything is gonna go in a smooth path, and you have to accept that. Just be gentle with yourself, take some breaks. Burning yourself out is not a good idea. You might say, oh, this is gonna be worth it. Yeah, it might be worth it, but what if, oh my god, I was gonna say, what if you're dead?
No, but for real though, honestly, Alejandra taught me something so great, because she was like, what if I die before I graduate? Wouldn't I want to be studying something I actually like? You know, what if I die right now? Like, wouldn't I want to do something I enjoy?
You have to also learn to live life. Do things you actually enjoy, instead of, oh, I need to discipline myself, stick to my job, stick to my work because I need to get that job. But I mean, that is important, but also live a little.
Balance, period.
Balance, period.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared to live that life. Don't be scared to make the mistake that you're probably going to make tomorrow, or make the mistake that you're probably going to make in a year. And don't be so hard on yourself when you do the mistake, because one thing I did was be super, super harsh on myself. And I still kind of am sometimes, but I have that mindset of, okay, hey, you have to, there's limits to how mean you can be to yourself. If it's getting too bad and you're getting to the point where you're super depressed, it's probably because you have that mindset, and you have to ask for help. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help is great. It changes everything.
You're awesome.
I'm like, oh.
That was so good. Good job. Good job. Awesome. Good job. Wait, come over here, guys.
They're right there. We should go here, you two. Where are you going? Hi. Piercing tour. Okay. And then I have my 3 low piercings.
I'm it, and I'm gonna catch your ass.
Bye. I'm it.
Did you guys know that the earth has grounding energy? As your feet is touching the ground, it's sending electrons to your body to energize you.
Did you notice, like, I've seen pictures about how, like, our skin resembles, like, each part of us, like, resembles something in nature?
Yes!
Yeah. Yes, I love that.
I know.
Time to go home. Love you all.
This is the move.
Guys, look.
Ground.
That is Batman. That is Batman.
That is Batman.